I remember what the Bible said about women and you know, like the evil spirit, what the Bible says about the Jezebel spirit and, you know, things I see that women do, things I know and heard that women do. The paternity issue, how these women lay next to a man for years, looking a kid in the eyes for years, knowing there's no relation, how good men get stomped out, how kids are just used for a check. I've come to the conclusion that I think women are just pure evil. Like, I really think women are just pure evil. Women are naturally evil beings, I believe. And only a woman who's honest about our natural nature of being deceptive can change it. Like, for example, I know that naturally there's a selfish, gimme, I want that type of way about me. So, about people, period, but especially women. So if you can't be honest and say that that's in there, then you can't deal with it and address it. And so I've noticed that the women who say they're the dopest, they're the this, they're the that, are usually the worst, because you have to acknowledge the beast in you in order to tame it. And so I really just think most women are natural evil, period. I just think they're evil. And not even just how they deal with men and kids makes them evil, but how they deal with each other. Women are so jealous, deceptive, conniving. Like, you can just feel the evil when you are in the presence of certain women. You can walk in a room and you just feel the daggers. You just feel that demonic spirit. Women are evil. I don't care what nobody say. Women are untrustworthy, deceitful, demonic beings.
Them gal are wicked, them wicked, them wicked. Them gal are wicked, them wicked, them wicked.
It's unfortunate, but I do agree with her. In doing YouTube, I just have to agree with her. The amount of hateful comments I get from women by just highlighting certain things, certain facts. We can see, hey, you a baby mama for a dusty. Why would a man of value want to pick you up? Hey, we don't prioritize our health. So why would somebody prioritize us? Like, basic things that you would think supposed to be common sense. Like, you 50 but you acting like 15. Like, your immaturity is showing. Basic things that you would think supposed to be common sense, and we should be allowed to call it out so we can do better, so we can be better. They're gonna turn around, call me and pick me, call me male identified, call me male centered, whatever the hell those terms mean. But it goes to show the fact that we're not allowed to call out certain toxic behaviors confirms that yes, women are evil.
Them gal are wicked, them wicked, them wicked.
Hey guys, as I've said in previous videos, thank you guys so much for reaching out, checking if I'm okay. I am okay over on the east side of the island. If you have family on the west side and you've been unable to get in contact with them, shoot me an email. I'll see what I can do to try my best to see, even if it's to give the peace of mind that your family members are okay. Okay, back to the video. Don't forget to hit the like button, and if you're rocking with the channel, hit the subscribe button. I don't think I would go as far to say we're naturally evil, because, you know, the argument of nature versus nurture comes into play. What I would say though, this feminist society,
feminist lies,
allows for women to be very evil, very selfish, very narcissistic, and they gaslight and say, well, the patriarchy is the problem. Let's just use an example. She brought up paternity fraud, so we're going to talk about paternity fraud. I want to say it's like 70% of cases in Jamaica, 70% of the people who are tested came back that he's not the father, right? And we have stories after stories. It is so common here in Jamaica, we have a term for it, jacket. There are countless songs.
Me them want figgy the jacket, but me nah go mind no bikini if me know I know me make it.
There are countless songs about paternity fraud. That's just to show you guys how common it is in Jamaica, right? Having a conversation about paternity fraud though, do you know how many people will be like, oh well, how many women will be like, oh well, it shouldn't matter because he should still take care of the kids. Or, well, men cheat and men do this and men do that, so it's about time they get a dose of their medicine. Or like, oh well, why he even testing? Even though after he tested, find out the kid is not his. Instead of saying, dang, she messed up, she did him wrong, they're like, oh well, why were you testing in the first place? Did you not trust her? It exposes their evilness. Another point, when you come on and say things like, oh, well, let us stop the single mom pattern. Let us stop the cycle of being a baby mama. They'll say, well, Your mama was a baby mama, so how dare you talk about it? Babe, single moms are this and single moms are that. And I'm like, you using that deflection of my mom being a single mom as to why I should not be able to call out single moms? A lot of your grandmama have 8 kids with 8 different last names. That is the problem. We can love mama, we can love grandma, but we can still call out the toxicity. We can still call out the behaviors that cause us to be at the bottom, like we like to say. We can still call out the behavior that causes us to be in poverty, like we love to complain about. How are we going to complain about something but then not be allowed to talk about the problem that's causing us to be in the situation that we're complaining about? Make it make sense. But it exposes the wickedness of women. It exposes the evilness of women. And I stand 10 toes down when I say women are evil. Whether it be nature or nurture, in this current feminist society, women are evil. Let me show you guys an example. I came across this clip. It's the footage of Deliap Dipilito, I'm probably saying that wrong, reactions after being told her husband was murdered, unaware the hitman she hired was actually an undercover cop in a sting, and her husband was never harmed. Y'all, pay attention to her reaction. Like, you literally cannot make this up. And this is the evilness that is in society, especially in this feminist society. That is why I encourage men to, if it's not to find a wife, it is just for peace of mind, because you live in a society that enables women to be very evil. There are no consequences for when they falsely accuse a man of rape. There are no consequences for when 18 years you've been raising a kid, and it's when you go for file for the kid and they have to have paternity tests in order for you to get the filing move forward for the child. You're gonna find out that the kid is not yours, and you're supposed to just sit there and excuse me, what? You're supposed to just sit there and take it? There are no consequences. You can be like, oh well, yeah, I give him jacket. All six kids wasn't his. I give him jacket, but I don't know because man cheat. Excuse me now, and he's supposed to just sit there and take it. How is he supposed to retaliate? Because if you're going to say the argument, you give him jacket because man cheat, so what man's supposed to do because you give him jacket? Listen, that is a conversation for another day. That is a whole absolute ghetto. Men, save yourself, protect your peace. Because as I said in the beginning of the video, the fact that we can't even discuss the evilness of women without being labeled pick me, because if it doesn't apply, let it fly. If you're not evil, if you don't do these evil things, why are you so triggered? Why are you suppressed? Why are you preventing us from having the conversation of the evil woman that exists? If you not evil. Y'all go watch the next video that pop up on the screen. It is the absolute ghetto.
The ghetto.
That's why I said, save yourselves, black men. Whether it look like get to the chopper, whether it look like going your own way, whether it look like finding your peace and happiness, whatever it looks like, because the Bible said it is best to be in the wilderness than to be with these evil broads. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.
Them gyal ya wicked, them wicked, them wicked. Them gyal ya wicked, them wicked, them wicked.